Now let's look at what the philosophy of EDA is. A deep understanding of the data is essential before applying formal statistical methods or building any complex model. So, the exploratory data analysis is essential before we proceed to build a statistical model or any other complex model. So, for that, what all are required? So, first thing is we need to understand the data thoroughly. Then, visually, we explore the data to identify the patterns hidden in the data, so that will help us either giving better insight of the data or will let us understand any of the parameters are redundant, so we can simplify our data set and make our system more efficient. Then it will be useful in detecting the anomalies and the outliers. So if we could determine what anomalies our data set is having, what outliers are there in our data set, and if we can avoid these things, then our analysis becomes better, and hence the future activities also will yield better results. So we need to do all this process in a iterative manner and incremental manner. We can't just work with the whole thing at one time. So start somewhere and then iteratively keep adding more and more and try to get more and more deeper insight of the data. So better always use the human judgment and the insight while working with this. So EDA helps in using the human judgment, because as long as the data is in the form of numbers, human will not be able to judge the overall situation. So if we put that in the visual form, then human can easily understand, give judgment and find the insight in the data. So this will provide a holistic view of the data. So exploratory data analysis will provide a holistic view of the data, so we can have more insight about the data through EDA. It will be a very good guide for subsequent analysis. So when we start working on the EDA process, it will be useful for more detailed analysis which follow. The results of EDA are always better while reporting and communicating with other stakeholders. So instead of showing the big data in ocean of numbers, it is always better to show the some report or some graph or some visual way the data can be presented, or its summary can be presented. So communication becomes simpler, reporting becomes simpler. So this allows open-mindedness and creativity. So when you are allowing the EDA process, so then each person may try to visualize the data in a different way. So more creative activities are possible through this, and because the same data is viewed in a different way using different plots, each one may get a different information out of it, and that information may further be used differently to create different results. So it allows anyone to work with open mind, and creativity is indeed maintained. So here we focus on questions, not just answers. So when we are given with the data, we come with a large number of questions. We will be bombarded with questions. So if we try to get the answers for each of these questions, we make use of EDA, so that will help us in understanding the data in more better way. So we this allows us to focus more on the questions than to find the answers. So it will have more it will allow us to create more questions out of the data, and these questions will in turn improve the creativity, will allow us to have think in open mind, and we'll have holistic view of the data, and this visualization will help us the human to judge and find more insight, and we'll be doing it in a iterative way, incremental way, and will help us to question ourselves whether the data has any anomalies or outliers. All these are very easily done through visual exploration, and that will help us to understand the data. And finally, the EDA helps us to understand the data complexity. It will help us to appreciate how complex the data is, and through that what all informations we can infer from that, and all that is possible only when we explore into the data through EDA. So that's all about this session. So more details to follow in the coming sessions, so keep watching. Thank you.